ideas for Christ Arose piano playing, then I've got you covered. My name's Amanda Taro, and I do hymn playing tutorials and hymn arrangements. You can find all of my material at amandataromusic.com. I have created the Principal Hymn Player's Guide to go with this video that you can purchase. I will have a link in the description below, and there are two different levels. So what I'm covering in this video is I'm going to give you 3 simpler left-hand ideas, but I'm only going to do one verse in the entirety. So I'll show you, like, here are 3 ideas you could do with your left hand. Now let's do one version full. If you want to dive deeper into everything I show you, you can get this guide. So let me know what you think about it, brand new. So first off, the easy guide. So it has a single note melody with simple chords, and then it has the patterns that go with it so you can kind of connect the dots. But if that's too complicated for you, then I have written out 3 verses with 3 different left-hand patterns or ideas for how I would play it if I were playing it in church. Like I said, those resources will be available in the description below. And if you don't want just specific Christ Arose, if you're like, I just want left-hand patterns in general, then you'll want to check out my 140 left-hand patterns book. I will have a link to this in the description below. This is in 8 different keys and several different time signatures that you will find in any hymnal. But if you're not in a place where you can purchase anything, I also have a free download. Now, the left-hand patterns are only in the key of C. So like for Christ Arose, where it's written in the key of B flat, you'll have to transpose it yourself. But I do have a free resource with left-hand patterns that you can also get in the download below. Now, let's get on the piano and do some work. We will start with the easy version of Christ Arose. And once again, I'm just doing single note melody, and I'm doing more simple chords: B flat, F, G minor, and C major. To start, I'll just show you the patterns I would use. So here's a very simple pattern. It's the root, the 5th, and then back to the root, and then back to the 5th. And then your F chord, E flat, C, G minor. So that's the first pattern I would do. Okay, and then the second pattern is if you take the triad, the chord, you play the root for one quarter note, and then the upper 2 notes for the next quarter note. Just like that. And then your F chord, E flat, and C. Then G minor. This is the pattern I like to use for the chorus. And then we're moving on to a little bit more deep of a sound. I like to use this one maybe for the 3rd verse, Death Cannot Keep Its Prey. And it's just the octaves, but it's in 8th notes, ending on a dotted half note. Now this works if your entire measure is the same chord. If it switches, then you'll just do like 8th, 8th, quarter, 8th, 8th, quarter, and move faster from it. So B flat is just the B flat octave, F, E flat, C, G minor. So this one would go like, and then the very last one is a little bit more of a syncopated version. It's a dotted quarter, 8th half. And you're using just the open 5th of the chord. So if you're playing the chord, take out that middle note and do the syncopation. F, E flat, C, G minor. So the first line would sound like this. mix and match those patterns. So you could do like, advanced version of this. I do not have this in the printout. I'm just giving you an example for how you can add variety once you're really comfortable with doing the basic. So I'm going to play one verse that is in the handout. It's the sample version, and it's using two patterns because I like using this for the chorus. It's using that for the chorus, and then it's using the broken pattern, which I personally like using for the first verse. So here's one full version of Christ Arose using two different left-hand patterns. And if you'd like to see all three verses written out with three different styles on the verses, I keep the same style for the chorus, then you can get the PDF. It's in the description below. I hope this video has given you some ideas for what you can experiment with for Christ Arose. But once again, if you need something written out to help you put everything together, you can find my download for Christ Arose, either the simpler version or the more advanced version. There's two different versions. Or you could also get my 140 left-hand patterns if you just want to have the patterns and not all of the specific chords that go to Christ Arose. Also, let me know what you thought of this tutorial. Like I said, I'm doing it a little bit differently than I've done in previous years, so let me know your thoughts on it, and I will see you next time.